It's asking for a
Let's
second
talk
tape.
about the normal sequence first.
Yep.
Okay. So everything's good up to the first contact.
Mhm.
The first contact is to get to the second, and the second is to get to the presentation.
Mhm.
Right?
Yep.
They're going to give us a lot more time and energy on a third date than a first date, right?
Mhm.
Okay. That's if we're going to say something relevant. So when we go, or the 30-second commercial is, and again, you should just know this. Hey, I don't know if you're aware of it, but we do presentations for attorneys on how to stop unfair, bad faith, lowball offers. And the reason is we found that out of the top 10 documentation categories, doctors are only documenting 3. So they're not even documenting 7 out of 10 categories. And for the average attorney who only sees 2 or 3 cases a month, that results in about a loss of $250,000, all from the doctor's bad documentation. Now, was that relevant, what I just said?
Yep.
Highly relevant. Where is it on the motivation scale? High.
Pretty high.
It's high. It's very specific to his primary being injury award,
Mhm.
and it's high motivation because it's loss.
Mhm.
So it's a totally relevant primary message, pain-based loss, and a little loss? No, a lot of loss.
Oh, a lot.
So that's the 30-second commercial.
Paul,
Now,
would you mind restating that?
the 30-second commercial is, and I'll say it a few times, but let me get my train of thought on where we're at here. Okay, you've already showed up. Hi, I'm Dr. So-and-so. Just a little bit about myself. Bullet point, bullet point, bullet point. There's your authoritative bullet point, just a little bit about yourself. Chat. Hey, by the way, just for your information, we give presentations on how to stop unfair, bad faith, lowball offers. And the reason that we found is that attorneys are getting bad faith, lowball offers. The number one reason is the doctor's bad documentation. As an example, out of the top 10 injury award categories, there's 10 major categories that kind of determine the injury award. Out of the top 10, we found doctors do not even document 7 out of 10. And when they don't document 7 out of 10 categories, the average attorney who sees 2 to 3 PI cases a month, it forces them to lose up to $250,000 a year. The doctor's bad documentation, we found, is costing attorneys a lot of money. Okay, so that's the 30-second commercial. Now, what's nice is if you had a short video, because you want another step in there, don't you? We want another contact in there, don't we?
Mhm.
Why do we want another contact? Contacts increase trust and confidence. They decrease defenses and resistance. That's it. And where they at on the sales cycle? Is he ready for referral on the first contact? Second contact?
Mhm.
He's not on the 4th stage of a sales cycle, is he?
Mhm.
So we got to get him into the 4th stage of the sales cycle, increase trust, confidence, decrease resistance. So we're going from number 1 to number 2. Number 2 is the 30-second commercial, and then give them a little bit more information. We can give them a little more now, can't we?
Mhm.
Now, this is typically when we would give them like a short 20-minute video that I have and go, here's a short video of how the average attorney is losing over $250,000 a year. Let me leave it with and give them the URL.
Yep.
And then tell you what, take a look at it. I'm curious to see what you think about it. Now you're going to ask for his opinion. I'm curious to see what you think about it. Let me check back with you in 3 days. and I'm curious, it's only about 15 minutes long, no more than 20 minutes long. It shows exactly how and why attorneys are losing about $250,000 or more a year. I'm curious to see what your opinion is of it. We want to ask his opinion. That's the reason for coming back. I'm curious
Mhm.
what your opinion is of it. Let me check back with you in 3 days to see what you have to say about it. If that's okay with you. Leave them the information, the URL. It's the carinjurydoctornetwork.com/X with a password. That's what it is. Okay.
Mhm.
So you give it to him. Now, is he going to watch that?
Mhm.
No. Why?
Because he doesn't have full trust in me yet.
Yeah, he's busy.
Busy. Yep.
You're busy. How important are you in his life right now?
Not important at all.
Not at all.
Mhm.
So you're not important and he's busy. So guess what happens with the video with time? He
Gets
goes,
covered.
oh, yeah, sure, I'll look at it, but puts it on the side of his table, and then what happens?
Gets covered up or
Life. It's
like.
called life happens. He
Mhm.
talks to the next client. He gets a call from his wife. His dog's got to go to the vet. He's got to pick his kid up at soccer, blah, 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 right?
Yep.
Next thing you know, it's 3 days later and it's still sitting on his desk, right?
Correct.
In other words, I'm preparing you for reality, right?
Yep.
Okay. Schedule the appointment. So I tell you what, let me come back in 3 days. I'm curious to what you see, what you think about it. When's a good time to come back on Friday or whatever? Get a date and a time.
Mhm.
All right. Now, what's really good is the day before you call and say, hey, just wanted to remind you, I'm going to be over there tomorrow at 11 o'clock to see what you think. Just wanted to see if you had a chance to watch the video yet. Now, your chances of them watching it go up now. So the day before you go back, you call, say, hey, this is Dr. So-and-so. I'm just calling to see if Mr. Attorney had a chance to watch the video. I'm meeting with him tomorrow to see what his opinion is. It's
Mhm.
again, it's the video on how to stop unfair bad faith lowball offers that typically cost, lose over $250,000 for attorneys. In other words, you want to say the relevance of the material, right?
Mhm.
That sounds a lot better than did you watch the video, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Mhm.
say the relevance of the video, and it's only about 10 minutes, 15 minutes long. And I'll be over there at whatever time you agreed to be over there. I'll be over there tomorrow o'clock. Look forward to seeing you. What just happened to his likelihood now of watching it before you come over?
Mhm. Yeah. Why not?
If that was you, what would happen?
It would go up.
It'd
I
go up.
want to be prepared.
Yeah, it goes up. Now, you show up the next day at your designated time. Hey, did you get a chance to, I'm curious, did you get a chance to watch the video? The majority of over 50% of the time, he's going to say what?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh no, I had to take my kid to soccer and go grocery store, and I had to take my dog to the vet, and I had a client, blah, blah, blah. So what are you going to do? Quit and roll over and walk out now?
Mm-mm.
I'll tell you what, it's only about 15 minutes. We can watch it together if it's okay with you. And I'm curious to see what you have to say about it. Watch it with them right there.
Okay.
Now, it's best if you can schedule the meeting. When is always the best time to try to schedule a meeting with an attorney?
Before lunch,
For lunch. Why?
because if you run over, you got time.
Right. If you run over, it runs right into lunch. You don't get kicked out because there's a client. So
Mhm.
try to set up your meeting the next day, like at 11:30. You can watch the video and say, I tell you what, here's what it would sound like if I went over there. And he goes, no. Hey, just checking. Did you get it? I'm curious what your opinion is. Did you get a chance to watch that video? No, I haven't. Well, I tell you what, if you got time, it only takes about 10 or 15 minutes. I'll watch it with you. And after we watch the video, I'll take you out to lunch. I'm curious to see what your opinion is on how doctors force attorneys to accept lowball offers. That's what it would sound like.
Mhm. Okay.
I just told you what's going to happen 90% of the time. And when you say that, he's going to go, yeah, okay. Watch the videos. Watch the video. And he's going to have a lot of questions. Now, do we want to do the presentation now?
Mm-mm.
No. Why? He's not in the sales cycle.
Mhm.
And you're missing another opportunity of a multiple contact to affect trust, confidence, defenses, and resistance. So he's going to have several questions. You just, short, quick answers.
Mhm.
Then expand on everything. Expand on all 10 categories. Stir the awareness and interest more. In other words, I don't want to go into solution mode and half-ass the presentation right now, do I?
No.
No. So talk about the key points. I tell you what, there's actually 10 categories. It takes about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. I'll tell you what, let's schedule a meeting next week or the week after, and maybe at 11 o'clock, I'll go over all 10 categories with you. And at the end, I'll take you out to lunch if you have any questions. That's exactly what it sounds like.
Okay.
Now, here's the numbers on what I just told you. You'll get 30% of the people will not participate for whatever reason. They won't do this, or they'll drop out here, or there's whatever. You're never going to get 100% in anything in life, right? 70%, okay? You follow that script, you'll get 70% through to the presentation. Now, depending on who you're giving the presentation to is going to determine how much more success you have. Let's face it, if you present it to a C attorney, the referrals are going to start immediately. You present it to a B attorney, there's going to be a few more questions. What's going on?
Mhm.
And you may have to present, if it's an A attorney, you may be doing it to a case manager or a paralegal, whatever, because they're not the decision maker. So you may have to go to a non-decision maker to do the presentation to stir awareness, interest, and desire to get that person to tell the decision maker, yeah, you want to see this. So it can vary there, can't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Generally
Mhm.
speaking, what you can expect though, when you do this, 70% of them, you'll get to the presentation. When you get to the presentation, 70% of them will start referring you. Now, that stat's way higher with me.
Mhm.
I've been doing presentations longer. I know the material more. So I'm talking about if you don't even know it, you can think of it as 70-70. That's what is shown with my clients that do this.
Mhm.
70% you'll get to the meeting. 70% of the time they'll start referring you.
Okay.
The better you get, it'll go up to 80, 90%, 100%. So you can do the math. You can go, well, how much money do I want to make, and reverse engineer it, right? You go, well, what if I want to make $250,000? Well, reverse engineer out. Go, well, what's your case average? Let's say it's $5,000. I don't have a calculator in front of me, but 5,000 divided into 500,000 is how many? Let's see, 100 would be, is that 100? 100 cases at 5,000, is that 500,000?
Gotta count the zeros, but
I think that's right.
5,000 times 100, yes.
Okay,
500,000.
so you need 100 cases a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's divide the 100 into months. So 12 months into 100 cases is what? 8?
8.
Okay. So now how many referring attorneys do we need to get 8 referrals a month at $5,000? Let's say the average attorneys will refer you only two or 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say 3. The average attorney is 3, because some will be more, some will be less.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say 3. So 3 into 8. 2 and 8 is 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6,
27.
4. So if it was
3 attorneys.
If it was 2 cases a month, you need 4. If it was 3, you need 3.
Mhm.
You need 3 or 4 referring attorneys to make $500,000 a year, right?
Yep.
Okay, so how many presentations do you have to give if the rule is 70-70? So let's say 4 attorneys. So to get 4 attorneys and 70% of 70, so that means you would need for 6, you need 8.
Mhm.
So you'd have to start with 8 to have 70% or 6 of them to get to the presentation. And at the presentation, you'll get 4 of them to start referring you at least 2 or 3 cases a month. So that's how 8 presentations or 8 sequences. Remember the first few, some of them won't even meet you, which is real rare.
Mhm.
But about 70% will get to the presentation. 30% will fall out somewhere, either from not wanting to meeting you and not wanting to follow up again. Just stuff happens, right?
Mhm. Yep.
So you start with 8, 2 out of the 8 will fall through the cracks before the presentation. You do the presentation to 6. You've got 4 referring attorneys referring you 2 or 3 cases a month at $5,000. You just increased your business $500,000 from calling 8 attorneys and giving 6 presentations. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens.
Mhm.
Those are the stats. All you got to do is get the attorneys down and start going through the sequence. That's it.
Okay.
There's your path right there to $500,000. How fast do you want to get to it? Well, that's up to you.
Mhm.
Any questions about that?
Nope. It's pretty
Pretty
clear.
straightforward, isn't it?
Yep.
You may not want to shoot for $500,000. To a lot of chiropractors, that's like unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of chiropractors can't think that big, right?
Mhm.
You know, they're still seeing 40, 60 visits, 80 visits a week, right?
Mhm.
So when you talk about increasing your business $500,000, they don't even believe it, do they?
Mhm.
So let's say you drop it down to $250,000.
Mhm.
Well, drop all your stats in half.
Right.
Now you need 4 attorneys, then 3, and then 2 to refer 2 a month to increase your business $250,000.
Mhm.
Remember, I told you this is not a volume game. Remember that?
Yep.
Then you just have to put it into the sequence. Get your flow chart out, put the attorneys in, put your contacts up, go through the first contact, the second contact, the third contact is get through the presentation. From the presentation to do the offer for 2 audits. As soon
Mhm.
as you finish the 1 offer, essentially the referrals start coming in. I just told you what happens. Now, why did I tell you that? Most chiropractors will quit. They won't even pick up and make the first phone call. Why? What was the reason? You thought it was a big, woolly, hairy monster at the other end of the phone.
All right.
Remember that?
Mhm.
It shocked you how nice that guy wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
Shocked
pretty easy.
you. Yeah. And you had some serious anxiety picking up that phone, didn't you?
I worked it out, but I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So most of the time, the chiropractors will talk themselves out of it because it's a big, woolly, hairy monster at the other end.
Mhm.
And then when they do, if they get any kind of little rejection at all, the guy needs to reschedule or they need to cancel or this or that, they quit.
Mhm.
They totally quit. Then they'll quit on all the other marketing through the other attorneys too. They'll quit on everybody. Sound like a familiar pattern in life with human behavior?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I told you what's going to happen. You're not going to have 100% success rate every time you call. You're not going to have 100% success rate from the first meeting to the second. You're not going to have 100% success rate from the third meeting to the presentation. I just told you the percentages.
Mhm.
Start with 8, get to 6, down to 4. There's your referrals.
Yeah.
If you want more than that, do more. If you want less, do less. But it's not going to be 100% from start to finish. What do you just need to do? Not quit.
Quit, follow
You
through.
need to understand the cycle. You need to know what to say, how to say it. You need to know everything, right?
Mhm.
And just don't quit. And basically 7 out of 10 attorneys that you do this whole process with will start referring you. That's the numbers. That's how it works out.